I'd like us to jump straight into the capital raising process and have a little bit of an overview of what the process is. Unfortunately for the market, many people assume the capital raising process to be only matchmaking, and many businesses approach us and tell us, I want to talk to an investor. The process typically has 4 different steps, and these steps are what we say that will end up ensuring you have money in the bank. The first step, which is investor eligibility and readiness, answers the question, should you even be talking to investors? And we work with you to make sure that you are able to answer this question. If yes, then you need to move to the next stage, which is yes, you should be talking to an investor. You're eligible for investor conversations, but are you prepared? Investors are very busy people. They get to see a whole lot of transactions. They do not have time for businesses that are not prepared for the same. So we work with you to make sure that you are prepared by packaging the opportunity, ensuring that you have the right documentation and the right information for the investors to have a conversation with you. After that, we go to the step that I'd say is most famous, which is matchmaking. And businesses assume that this is what is done in capital raising. Remember, by the time we're talking to an investor, we should be ready to talk to them. In matchmaking, it's to ensure we talk to the right investor on the right structure and the right transaction. Investors look at many different things before they consider to pay more attention on a transaction. And finally, it's capital structuring. And here is where you have an investor who's interested, you have a business who wants to continue the process, but there is some things that you need to be able to advise on so that they can be able to sort of agree on the next steps.
External audit arose out of the agency problem where we had business owners more and more not being involved in running of the businesses. And hence there was a need to have an external party, being the external auditor, undertake an examination of the entity's financial records. So this is a formal examination could either be an individual or an organization, books of accounts and financial position.
On investor preparedness, this is where we package the story. You may have a very beautiful business, you may have many investors interested in you, but if you do not package it well, what that means is it results in you not only taking a long period, but also, like I said earlier, leaving more value on the table. And the common mistakes here are you do not have all the information that is required. So the information is not available. You're not very clear on your capital raise, how much you're raising, for what and when. You have disorganized information, which is also one of the things that our partner will be mentioning around, and also a lack of structure in the process. And the most common one is winging it, trying to cut short corners by not having a professional by your side to support you. The requirements here, preparing the right teasers. Investors want an initial document to have a conversation, preparing the forecast, having a pitch deck which gives a whole lot of the information. And if it's an equity transaction, having a valuation in place.
Financial models are always tools used by businesses to focus performance, the future performance, based on the historical data, together with the assumptions that they do have, and also the growth perspective and strategic plans that the businesses have. Worth noting is that this is an opportunity whereby businesses need to showcase their financial stability going into the future to the investors. And on the other hand, investors will use these tools or these models to just evaluate the company's viability in order to assist them in ensuring that they make a good investment decision. One thing most people must know is that you need to have your tool dynamic, in the sense that it should always be updated with the evolving business needs. Therefore, you need to be updating your model on regular basis so that at least you can ensure that it captures the current business environment state.